Hello, good morning. Today is the September the 5th. I don't know, I was just taking an easy day at home. We have a rainy day outside, very warm though, very warm. And I figured, okay, I will do some cooking. I marinated quite a few days ago some beef. And I was going to cook first the Burgundy roast. But then I decided to make it more like a Sauerbraten Burgundy roast. So I marinated beef, very well grown beef, with lots of muscles and some fat. And I marinated it for almost a week in some red wine and vinegar, a good shot of vinegar. It still tastes very red. And there's a little bit of sourness in there. I do not want to make it too sour today. It has to have a sour tinge in the sauce, but that's it. I just took the meat out and to separate the liquid from the meat. Now I will fry the meat in the wok. I'm using the wok just as a working tool, and later on, after things are done, it will be transferred into the cooking pot in the back. My pots are very old. I have a hard time buying new pots simply because I hang on my old pots. Good memories of eating and food. Well, I will start now, and then you will see me step by step going through this. First comes the frying on all sides in the wok. Later on, we start the sauce preparation in that wok. Well, we're gonna start now the cooking of each individual meat. I will not put too much because the water, you can see it quite wet from the marinade. If I put too much in, it will create too much water and the frying effect will be lost. And we need the frying effect for aromas that will give the gravy a wonderful fried beef aroma. I mean, this is very important on the end. Don't forget the meat should be like here with muscles and fat, very well marbled. That same kind of meat I would be using if I would do a goulash, a German ragu or goulash, because it gives the best flavor to anything. I think I can add a small one on the side. There's enough separation in between. Well, I will fry this now. I will cut you later back in to show you how much I fried it. Well, one side of the meat is already quite well fried. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly. I will try to get you nearer. There is a nice brown crust. Some of the meat is almost to a crust. You can touch it. It is almost crusty. The meat looks almost black. I'm trying to get now nooks and crannies right. Then I will take this out, add the other one, and then we talk later again. While the meat is frying, I'm having here an onion, a larger onion. I will cut in handily pieces. This will be used later to saute into the sauce. There's some carrots. That's the only vegetables I have in the house right now. If you have celery, celery is great. I will later on add some leavesh for flavor, because leavesh has a very strong celery flavor. And some carrots. I will put the trick about those vegetables, the root vegetables. They're very important for flavor, and they will be added later. A look again to show you a look at the meat, at what kind of level it is browned. Well, the meat has now been fried enough for me. I got all the color flavor out of it. Now I will start I saved some cut-offs from all the pieces of meat in my freezer. I always do that. I will use this instead of bones. Bones would be the right thing. You could use smaller cut bones to do this now. I want to fry this in the same fat because I will make the start of the sauce, and with some bones or meat leftovers in bits and pieces, it's easier to work with this stuff. Plus it cannot hurt the meat. I will put that meat a bit on the side now. And this will take its own time. I will fry this the same way. Now I put this in frozen, simply because I forgot to take it out of the freezer before. It will do no harm. Once it defrosts itself in the sauce, it will just cook down. Basically, it's just small bits of meat with lots of fat and muscles that I did not want to use for my other recipes, but I do not want to really throw things away either. Well, I am frying now this meat pieces, because there is of course a lot of meat in those meat pieces, and there was already a lot of meat fat in there. So after the original oil has melted down this fat, I threw the leftover fat separate. I separated it, because to be honest, who wants to have that much fat floating in your sauce? There still will be quite some fat coming out of those pieces, so I still have to later on separate a little bit more fat from the sauce. Here is some tomato paste. I will add 2 good tablespoons of tomato, maybe 3. What the hell we are? Let's lift a little. And now becomes the tricky part of making sure that you fry this. You want to get on the bottom, you want to get a sort of slightly burned tomato paste that will fry to the bottom. My problem in my house is I have no ventilation for the kitchen. So when I do things like this, if you try to look over there in when you try to look over there in the shower, you will see all the smoke this creates, this cooking. It is a pain in the neck, but it is, as it always has been, and I guess it always will be whilst I'm here. Now if you could see down there, it will start sticking to the ground. You have to continuously lift it up from the ground, because what is now red tomato paste, you want to become quite brownish dark tomato paste. So the roasting part of the tomato paste has to be scraped loose from the bottom and be put back into the mixture of tomato paste. You know, I prepared the vegetables, carrots, root, onions, celery, if there be. I should actually go outside and get some livesh. Well, I'm back with the livesh I picked in my garden. This will be added later on and towards the end, because it would burn so much faster than anything else. You see me working. By now you can hear and smell the slight change of smell from the tomato paste. It smells slightly, not burned, I wouldn't say burned, but cooked down tomato paste. You see the color from red has already changed to a bit browner. This is what you do with every sauce. If you want to make a homemade gravy, this idea of how to do it, it works with pork roast, it works with everything. Just patience and keep an eye on it. This is not the moment to talk to anybody, to walk away. You don't do that. And now we come to the first part, deglazing. I will use a bit of red wine. Now this liquid in there will start boiling and separating everything that is on the ground of the frying pan. It will cook it loose. You let it reduce after this again and again. The rest I will do the next time I do deglazing. Now that there's liquid in there, you don't need to continuously stirring. By the next time, before deglazing, I will add and fry a little bit the vegetables with it. Then we start deglazing with the stock. The stock I prepared with Has already red wine, but it's quite I will use a whole bottle of red wine for this recipe. It was cooking wine, it was just like $8 a bottle, but I mean, when you cook with things, I bought it not for drinking, I really bought it for cooking. So you don't need to go for expensive wine. Of course, if you're a wine drinker and you have leftover wine at home, hey, keep it, don't ever throw it away, keep it in a glass. If after a party, put all the bottles of wine in one little glass, and doesn't matter white or red, but it's good for cooking. Well, I added now the vegetables on my last little bit here. I picked up the leavesh, just the green, I don't use the stems. I will not do too much deglazing. Usually in a restaurant you make very large portions, so you would at least deglaze 3, maybe even 4 times, just to create enough aroma bits into the sauce to get a good coloring for your sauce. But I think we already have reached quite a good area here. So I will basically deglaze from now on with the stock I made, well, with the marinade I made. Well, I'm having this reduced now very nicely. The frying of the vegetables is done. They're starting to become glassy without being burnt. I will add now the leavesh. Like I said, it would be very wrong to put the leavesh in much too early, because the burning factor would be extreme. Now I will add the stock, and I will add later on a little bit of water. If I have stock in my fridge, usually I have stock. I actually have some stock here. I will fill it up to the desired height of liquid with stock which I have prepared in my fridge. I always prepare with leftover meats and vegetables. I always prepare a little bit of stock, because you can use stock for everything. This is my stock. This is a vegetable meat stock, vegetable and meat. It has some already full flavored in there, so I will be very careful spicing the sauce. Although right now I need some salt in there. There is nothing in there yet. I will not use any artificial flavoring in there, because adding the leavesh, it just doesn't need it. The leavesh is basically a natural thing that will replace a chicken base or beef base very simply, and so much more delicious than the original base. This is some black pepper. The leftover wine here I will keep for thickening up the sauce later. Well, now I let this cook. I will join you again when we have to put it into the pot. You can see the color is already looking very respectable. As you see, it is now cooking away. I do this for at least 5 to 10 minutes, and I keep scratching on the bottom, because on the bottom would be in some areas probably still some burnt in or crusted in tomato paste. And we don't want to miss this, because this has all the color we need. As you can see, the color is already quite respectable of the sauce. And once we add, I have to get the right light. Once we add the meat, the outside, the burning, the frying of the meat still has created some brown coloring on the meat that will go into the sauce. As you can see, there is nothing left here. This has been black before, you know that, right? The meat goes in there, the sauce goes in there. And now this whole thing will cook along for about, well, I would say at least, according to the meat, an hour, 2 hours, I would say. You will check when the meat is soft and ready to fall apart. Basically, you're done. Well, here we are at another part of this important little thing what I have to do. I want to show you that, for example, to thicken up any sauce, you can add flour in a glass that you can close hermetically. Add liquid to it, red wine or water. Close it, and then shake it until you can see it is completely smooth. This is one easy way not to get lumps and little stuff in the inside your liquid. Me today, I will use something that is derived from like Burgundy, which means butter, floured butter, but I'm using the fat from the beef. I took the brown stuff out, just kept the fat. I'm adding some flour to it, stir it in. I don't want it too dry, I want it almost still a little bit foldable liquid. But anything left over goes in a little container into the fridge, and it stays there till I need to thicken anything else, anything from soup to you name it. If there's something that needs thickening, you take a lump of this stuff, add it into the hot soup or hot sauce you're making, just like this. Stir it till this fat separates, releases the flour into the sauce, thickens, and that's it. Again, this is a trick of making it completely without having any lumps in the final product, because it's very easy to screw up something very tasty with a lumpy gravy or a lumpy soup. Or of course, if you use, instead of this beef fat, you just melt butter. Use any butter, and if you separate the butter fat from the butter milk that always is on the bottom, it will last for weeks in the fridge. If you use the full butter with the milk inside, well, then you maybe have only 10 days of lasting in the fridge, because that will be aggressed by bacteria eventually. By the way, in the video, somewhere halfway to the video, you must have noticed that I have taken the meat off the plate and I put it already in the pot where I later on added all the sauce. I also have, of course, that liquid, the juice on the plate. I have put this into the deglazing liquid, because this is pure gold. This meat juice. You don't throw this away. Of course, you use it for cooking, just to verify this, in case you noticed. Well, I am here now. I will separate my meat from the sauce so I can work on the sauce. I will just take this out for now. I will cook it later on in the ready sauce a little bit further on. And now I'm separating through a... And because the vegetables I added were all clean vegetables, I will do something that personally I like. Before I thicken up with my Burgundy, I will actually use the vegetables for thickness and puree them to return into the sauce. This is not something that everybody has to do, but this is good stuff. I just like it. Run quite long because I'm letting it run quite long because I really want the levage to be gone also. As you can see, this has become quite a thickness in it. And this one I will put in here. Then I add the sauce, the curried sauce to it. Maybe to use it all up and don't lose anything, I will add some red wine in here just to get all the inside. So that way. Ah, delicious. You will see the thickness. I bring it now to a boil. As I'm boiling it, I will thicken it with my beurre marnier. And then we go. Well, as you can see, it's starting to cook now, to boil, which is just perfect. That means I will add now some of my beurre marnier into it. And then immediately you have to turn this, because now the fat, the beef fat is breaking loose and it's getting soft and releasing bit by bit the flour into the sauce. So you do stir it till you know that piece you just put in is gone. I will probably have to add a little bit more. Yeah, once you see it boiling, that means the function has done. That should probably be enough to have it thick enough for our sauce for consumption. Well, there we go. This should be doing it. Looking very, very good. Smooth. Just perfect. Well, this is almost the finished product. I will now return the beef into it and let it cook for another little, maybe 5-10 minutes. The 5-10 minutes are also not for the beef really. It is more to get the flour cooked off. But it will have a distinct sort of a flour flavor because the flour is there. We have to cook the flour to make this disappear and really go into the sauce. As you can see, very smooth, very savory. Now up to you if you add more vinegar, if you want it more sour. I like it in a Burgundy flavor. I will use the rest of the wine. The hell with it. There we go. And we have a wonderful Burgundy / Sauerbraten. I think it is more a Burgundy roast with a little touch of. I will let it boil a few more minutes. Simply now also to boil off the alcohol from the wine. And this is another episode of me cooking for you. Hope you liked it. If you do it yourself, have fun. If not, I hope you get hungry watching it. Bye.